Hello, my name is Dom.
Hi, I'm Jeremy.
My name's Alex.
All right.
Alex, tell a joke.
Tell a joke.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
A priest and a rabbi are standing outside of a playground, and the priest goes, "Hey, let's go fuck those kids." And the rabbi goes, "Out of what?" Jeremy, I think I told that joke about 100 times in high school, so.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Fuck. Dude, that brought back so many memories. All right. With that.
And with that, roll the intro! All right, we're back.
Was that a horrible opening? Like, should I not have done that joke?
No.
Like, that's my
perfect.
go-to joke, so I'm very sorry about that.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
So we have shots here.
All right.
Vodka.
Most definitely do.
My brother has a card game here.
He put one card on the table.
One card, because we're not trying to get that drunk.
All right.
This is
flip
this.
it.
What's the game called? These cards will get you drunk. Okay, so
let the guests flip it.
yeah, you flip it.
I'm scared.
Right.
1,
2.
2.
What's that?
Everyone votes on who's the most likely to spend all their money on something stupid. That person drinks.
Dom.
I mean, Dom, you do have a podcast set down here in your basement.
Ah, shit. We'll all drink to this one. Come on.
Let's all drink.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Wow. That was amazing.
Chase with water.
Get a little loose.
Yep.
Oh, that's actually pretty smooth. What is that?
Hey, what was that? I drank water.
It is. We drank this for New Year's. New Amsterdam pineapple flavored vodka.
Wow. My grandpa got me some raspberry flavored vodka.
Ooh.
So
For
They
New
all-
Year's?
no, just for
Okay.
just for whatever, I guess.
They all burn. I know
They
that.
all burn. They all hurt. That's the difference. There's no difference.
Do you drink a lot?
Do I drink a lot?
Or go out to drink at least?
I'd say since I turned 21, yeah, I think I drink a lot more.
Like on like a weekly basis. Like
Like how many drinks I have on a weekly basis?
Yeah.
I'd say like at least 7 to 10 beers probably.
Ooh.
Like I really like beer. As for hard liquor, Pabst Blue Ribbon is what I'm drinking right now,
Okay.
which is like, it's a go-to. Otherwise, like, I'll just go to like CVS, Aldi's or whatever, and I'll just grab, like, I'll be like, okay, eeny, meeny, miny, this one. Just, you gotta, like, expand that palate
yeah,
somehow.
for sure.
As for hard liquor, though, I mean, that shit's rough.
Dude, do you just like when you're at home or when you go out, like just chilling, watching like Netflix or something? Or?
What, when I drink?
Yeah.
I'll drink if I'm, like, working on a like, I'll get, like, a beer if I'm, like, editing something, or if I just want to watch a podcast, I'll drink a beer then.
Get those creative juices flowing.
Yeah,
you know?
really.
I was say make it more funnier, but
That too. Definitely 2 beers in, my charisma goes up by, a couple points on the scale.
All right, let me
This is-
another shot. Let's go. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
This water is really leaking over here.
Yeah.
Get him a new bottle. Here, give her this one.
Or just
Get
get
him
him
a new one.
Oh man, it is wet. It is very wet.
What's the most you've drank?
What's the most? Oh, that would.
You have any fun wasted stories? Yeah.
Yeah.
So to celebrate my 21st birthday, my improv group, Something Dada, shout out. They took me out drinking at the Rush Inn in Lakewood.
Ooh.
I mean, it was just shot after shot and drink after drink.
Do you remember how many shots?
I'd say somewhere maybe 5 or 6.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez, that's a lot.
And then with
Okay.
like an additional like 3 or 4 beers along with that. Thank you so much, sir. And I went home, and I was so severely wasted, and I remember getting to bed, and then laying there going, I want to throw up. So I got out of bed, went to the toilet, and I guess you guys can guess what I probably did.
Oh,
Good shit.
jeez.
Yeah.
Did you black out?
No,
Have you ever blacked out before?
I've never blacked out drinking, and
Okay.
I really want to.
No,
is
no,
that
no.
is that a shitty thing to say? Like, is that a bad
No.
thing to say?
A good experience to try.
Dude, we went
Good,
to Virginia with Kane
We had
this summer.
we
and
had 10
he-
shots.
You guys had more than that,
shots.
dude.
Yeah,
You
we had a lot.
definitely More.
Yeah, it was just us. It was just me and him drinking, and we drank a lot. And dude,
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty sure like 6 is my limit, or 7. 7's my limit.
Is in like after 7, like you're just not. You
Yeah,
can't
I'm
do
just like
anymore,
I
or you
can't-
don't
I'm
remember
like,
anymore.
everything just I cannot control my body. I can't do.
Yeah, dude. Kane.
Go ahead.
It was interesting. It was interesting game, bro. Oh my goodness.
Is he a
was-
heavy drinker?
He never drank. I think that was like his maybe 5th time drinking, 4th time, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Let's get wasted." and they went to
Yeah,
like a store, got some like a 20-ounce bottle of vodka. Maybe?
It's a decision. Like, you have to like say to yourself, you know what? I am getting fucked up tonight. Like, very rarely do you just kind of like go into a night saying like, oh, by the end of this, I'm gonna be throwing up my guts.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, like,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, go ahead. No. I was gonna say, surprisingly, like, people still like it still happens.
Yeah.
Well, because it's fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it's awful for you, and you feel like shit, but it's so much fun. It really is.
You go into it like, I'm just gonna drink a little bit, but after a couple shots, you're like, oh man,
more confident.
I
drink
like
more.
this. Yeah, I like this. I like this feeling.
That's how it
I like
gets you.
this vibe. But after 5, you're like, okay, maybe I should stop.
Let me chill down.
We should stop. But you hit a point where it's like, well, I'm already this drunk. Like, I might as well just keep drinking.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
I'm not
gosh.
gonna feel like any worse than I am. I'm just gonna have more fun.
Yeah. Kane was like that. After his 10 shots, he was like, Brewski, let's go out and get more drinks. And we're like, no, Kane, dude, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. You gotta calm down. He was out there passed out doing I don't know what. And then my sister
You're pointing
was,
at Dom when you say that.
Yeah, right. Pointing at Dom. And my sister took 1 shot and she was on the floor crawling around with a box of cereal.
Those little lightweights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
lightweights, mega lightweights.
Mega lightweights.
And then Kane was. I'm glad Kane had sunburn because he would not. Because we tried to pull him in. He walked out the door with no shoes
you
on
just
and his
walk and
wallet.
slap him on the back.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
like,
much. He goes, I'm so sorry. And he walks back in. I'm like, yeah, dude, chill. Come down.
You crazy son of a
After I
bitch.
watched them for a little bit, of course. And then Kane and I went out, and all the bars were closed. It was at 3 a.m.
Yeah, they typically close pretty. I mean,
Yeah.
not 3 a.m., but
Like 2 a.m., like 1 a.m. They close. Yeah.
You guys ever hear about how bars will actually set their clocks back like ahead by like an hour, so they
Oh.
kick people out earlier than like
Oh.
they're like they don't want people staying there all night. I don't
Yeah.
know. That might just be
Drunk?
like
Maybe.
a
Yeah.
I can
that might
see
be
that.
like
Good
a little
idea, though.
tale, but
Yeah.
No one's really checking. No, everyone's too drunk
that,
to
like,
fi-
if you're
figure it
gonna be
out,
there
yeah.
at like 3:00 in the morning, like
Yeah.
chances are you're probably not gonna be sober enough
Yeah.
to like
Get home,
realize
get
what
home.
time it actually
yeah,
is.
for sure.
Oh man.
Are you even like any things you like remember anything like crazy you did while you were drunk?
Crazy.
Yeah.
I like to say that I'm a pretty. What's like the opposite of an angry drunk? Like, I'm
Loving?
like a loving,
A
not
lover, a love drunk.
I'm not like I'm not a love drunk, no, but
Maybe a chill, a calm.
social drunk.
I'd say I'm a social drunk. I think I get a lot, more inquisitive about people when I've had a solid number of beverages in me, and the weird thing is, like, it's from what I can remember with those kind of conversations. It's not just me like babbling and like trying to like make a sentence. Like I'm actually having conversations with these people, but like I don't actually remember a lot of it.
Right.
So like I remember like enjoying myself and thinking like, wow, that was a really pleasant conversation. Of course, I've never actually been on the other end of that where
Where
it's
you're
been
like,
like an
yeah.
incredibly drunk person is trying to converse with me.
Because you're usually drunk half the time too.
Yeah, because I mean, if I'm somewhere where there's drunk people, chances are I am
Oh.
also going to be drunk. But enough about drinking. That's making me sound like an alcoholic.
No, you are. I was kidding.
Well, yeah. Let's move
Started off
on.
early.
yeah, dude.
Happy New Year's,
Yeah,
guys.
Happy New Year's.
2019.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I feel like just yesterday was
2018.
2018, which is it wasn't. It's like the 5th or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
What it is. I'm trying to read the date on the.
The 6th. Yep.
The 6th.
Oh, I'm close. I was close.
That's good. It's not even been a week, so that's good. You're still
Yeah.
it's still in the limit of saying, hey, it's New Year's.
It's New Year's. Yeah.
Did
Wait,
you,
what point did you stop saying New Year's? Like Happy New Year's?
I didn't really say in the first day. I fell asleep. I forgot it was New Year's, and I went to bed early. I took a nap, and then I woke up to fireworks, and I'm
I
like,
think-
what the fuck is going on?
I think after the first week, you can stop saying Happy New
So
Year's.
after
It's-
tomorrow, no more
yeah,
Happy
no
New
more.
Year's.
It's just like just a
But
back.
it's not like you
back-
say
back-
it like every time you see someone. Like if it's the first time you see someone after the New Year, you wish them Happy New Year's, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
so.
You
Like
don't wish
in
it
May,
again.
if I
Yeah.
haven't seen someone I've seen since last year, I go Happy New Year's.
And they're gonna tell you fuck off.
Yeah,
Dude.
exactly.
It's
I'm like, all right,
May.
see you later. It's May. You have any plans for 2019? Any expectations? New Year resolutions?
New Year's resolutions. That's the word.
I know. I was like, what is that?
It really is all about bettering yourself. That's
Yeah.
like the motto of a New Year's resolution.
Mhm.
Well, just get more fucked
And
up.
I'm trying to be really is it
No,
really?
no, stop.
I'm trying to be realistic about it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm going to the gym every day, or
Yeah,
sure.
I'm gonna start riding my bike everywhere. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with small things. Like right now, and it sounds like it's like, oh, what a lame thing to say.
Yeah.
I'm taking vitamins. Like, I'm taking my
Oh.
I'm taking my
Daily vitamins?
magnesium. I'm
There's nothing
taking
wrong with
my
that.
vitamin
Yeah.
D, and that's something you gotta get yourself to do. Like it's
Yeah.
easy to just say like, oh, I'm gonna better myself.
Yeah.
But you never do it.
Yeah.
Taking your supplements,
Yeah.
it makes you
Yeah.
feel better. And so, but you just got to remember to. That's the big thing. So that's what I'm bringing myself to. I'm saying, hey, I want to feel better. I'm gonna, remember to take this shit every day, and this is gonna help me. Like, at least that's like my
That's
goal
good.
going into
No,
it.
that's
is
Yes,
good, yeah.
that's good. Like
remember,
good
yeah.
good things lead to more good things. So that's a great way
Yeah,
to start.
I mean, yeah,
It's vitamins, and then it'll lead on to more
And then it
things
takes, I
for
think,
sure.
like 30 days to make a good habit, right?
Yeah.
Like a habit takes 30 days.
I
something like
know. I've heard of that.
I actually took some vitamins today. I have these little like candy vitamins.
Did you get your Flintstones gummies?
Yeah, how'd you know? That's so weird.
Little
Yeah.
gummy bears.
I heard the gummy bears weren't that good. Like the chewables aren't that good of vitamins. Like they don't provide that well of a like
Source.
I wouldn't
source,
be
yeah.
surprised, but also like gummy bears,
our gummy
bro.
bears. Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna say no to gummy bears. Like
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
hey, if you really want to like dedicate yourself to like making sure you take something,
Yeah.
just take it in a gummy form because everyone
Yeah.
loves gummies. Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
gonna enjoy eating
Actually,
a gummy no matter what.
Have these chocolate chewy pellet or chewy? Yeah, it's like chewy pellets.
Like a rabbit. Like a rabbit. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Making a joke. That was a bad
I know
one.
what you mean. I was like,
No, go ahead.
yeah, dude. Like those Easter egg chocolates where they poop it out. But no, these like little square.
So you're taking. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting there.
I feel like if they're like delicious, you tend to more.
But if they're delicious, doesn't that tell you there's something like weird about it? Like vitamins aren't supposed to be delicious.
But it's like
Too good to be true.
I mean,
Yeah, that-
FDA
yeah,
approved. So I mean,
FDA approved. What does that mean anymore though?
that's true.
Yeah.
They prove everything.
You could bribe
You're
the
right,
FDA,
you're right.
man.
You can what? The
You
FDA?
could bribe. You could bribe
Yeah.
them
Give
Really?
them gummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
If
slide
you're a
you
big
a
enough company.
pack of gummy bears. Certify my drug.
Make it legit. Like these are actually gummy bears. Like just make it legit. Make it look like
make
a.
it legit, man. Just make it legit.
So you take all your vitamins. Like, are they like main ones you take, or is it just like every vitamin, like iron?
Like multivitamins.
Yeah.
Honestly, the two I mentioned are the two I'm starting off with. Because I feel like if I'm trying to make myself take 20 pills a day, I'm just gonna be like, this sucks, and I'll just stop right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
The
Do you just take
magne-
multivitamins?
I want to.
Like just one multivitamin pill? Can you just do that, or is that not like a good source and stuff like individual?
Depends. It depends.
Oh, okay.
It depends. Some have certain things, and some don't have
I
certain
see,
things. It's all in the wording, essentially. Yeah, the main thing though is those magnesium pills. They suck. They're about maybe like
He's looking at his
I'm trying to
fingers all the way.
find like a fingernail that like is a good size. Maybe take like your index fingernail and then double that in height.
Jeez.
It's about that big. It's about that tall.
Yeah.
It's a big pill. It's a very big pill.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Jeez.
That sucks to get that down. The couple days I've tried now, I have gagged every time. I've got it down,
Jeez.
but
He's a swallower. That's good.
it's a swallow.
What's magnesium good for? Like,
Yeah.
what is that?
Anxiety, apparently,
Oh.
and sleep if you take it at a certain time.
Ooh.
So
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
If you guys want to hear a TMI story about magnesium?
Go ahead.
Yes. Yes, I do.
My parents used to have like powdered magnesium, and they'd like give us drinks with it mixed in. It was kind of like a lemony drink.
Yeah.
Well, one time I was like, "Oh, I want some for myself," but I had no idea what the actual serving was of magnesium powder to a drink. Thankfully I didn't overdose, but the way the body expels excess magnesium is excessive diarrhea. So
Oh wow.
yeah, that was a very unpleasant time. That turned me off of even having the drinks my parents made. You know, the
Yeah.
ones that didn't
Yeah.
cause that for me.
Yeah.
So
my
that
gosh.
yeah, in case you guys want to hear too much TMI, that was my TMI for
At least
for
hey,
magnesium.
I was sure
If
now I
think
got
about
to
it. It
sit
might be
out.
it might be a positive. You're losing all that weight. Like, whoa,
losing
this
all that weight.
magnesium
Hey,
is,
yeah, losing all that weight by
you could consider that a
Dying.
fat burner.
fat burner by shitting your brains out.
It's like,
Yeah, I'm in dermatology, and it's crazy how like I see a lot of people with skin cancer.
Like sun exposure.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like they were like, you gotta start when you're young. Like 22 is when they recommend you using a moisturizer every day with SPF. Like I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know sunscreen and moisturizer together was a thing. I mean,
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense,
Definitely
but,
makes
like,
sense.
but I didn't know it was like I didn't know. I just didn't know. And then so they recommend people doing it at like 20, and it's crazy how many people come in now. Which like this guy came in the other day actually, and he was like, hey, I have this weird thing on my eye, like right here,
Ooh.
and it's we were like, okay. She looked at it. She was like, oh, don't worry, it's nothing normal. It's an SK, so it's like it's a benign lesion.
Okay.
And she was like, but I do mention he's bald. You have like, I don't want to scare you, but you have like 7 skin cancers on your head. And he goes,
hey, Jeremy, can you check my neck for these moles real quick? Like, you got me all concerned now.
it's the ABCD of moles is what they call it. So
The
it's
what of moles?
ABCDEs of moles. So asymmetry, if they're not a circle,
Medical podcast.
Yeah, dude. This
Ooh.
is true. B, I don't remember. Border something.
But benign? No, I'm just
I don't
speaking
know.
words
B?
we
You
said.
said B?
Yeah, B is like border
Bitchin'?
something.
Bodacious?
Yeah, ABCD is the most. The ABCD.
A, B, C, D.
D is C is
You don't remember half of them.
No, I know.
So much for
man.
this medical
I know.
podcast. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't remember. E is evolution. That was the main thing. So
Evolution. So if it gets up and walks off,
yeah,
you probably got
Jeez.
cancer.
Yeah, that's probably it.
You probably got cancer. Oh,
It's
no.
growing, yeah, raising and all that stuff. That's E, evolution. So it's changing. I don't remember.
So you got A and E. You just
Yeah.
need B, C, and D.
Because I made jokes about it. I'm like, C's are cunt, D's for dick, So I'm like, I don't remember.
Well, he remembers that C stands for cunt, and D
yeah.
stands for dick.
Dicks.
B, obviously boobs.
Border control or something.
Border
No,
control.
it's not. That's definitely not.
Jeez.
Oh boy.
What is it? We have Justin here. Border irregularity.
Border irregular.
Oh, that's it. Color change. Oh, size.
Or
Okay.
diameter? Or whatever. Diameter.
All right, evolution. Yeah. But yeah, those are it. And it's like a lot of people come in and these for. I see
Do you
want
want to check my moles real quick? Like I think I just got like one on my neck. Can you just can you get a quick?
All right,
Yeah, I
doctor.
can give up. Yeah, do they look like any of that? Because that's the best way to describe them.
Oh shit, that's all of them.
Oh shit!
I'm just kidding.
You're so young.
I should be healthy. I mean, as long as you're not tanning
No.
or like
Yeah.
sitting outside the sun. Like how like do I really need to be moisturizing with SPF?
No, it's
Yeah.
only when you're
I
older,
stay
like
inside.
30.
Like
Yeah.
I don't go outside in the sun. What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
That's like most like past skin like, or people come in to like check for like skin cancer. They're like, so how do you make sure you have good sun protection? They're like, what's the sun? Like everyone replies the same way. They're like, what's the sun?
What's the sun?
I stay
Wait.
inside all
I mean,
the time.
plus
We go
we're in
inside.
Cleveland. I don't
Yeah.
even. I don't. Is this a location-based podcast? Can I share that?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I think everyone knows where we are from at this
Yeah.
point. I don't.
But I mean Cleveland, so it's overcast
Yeah.
50% of the time.
I
So
know.
really, what is the sun?
Yeah.
Really, what is the sun?
Dude, oh yeah, I've not. It does not snow at all. Oh, it's weird.
Oh, yeah, the
None.
weather?
Zero.
Like,
Yeah.
this is
Zero.
weird, bro.
Hey, so I got a question for you guys then. What would be
What was
weirder
weird?
if we get to like April and we have like 2 feet of snow, or if we get to April and we have no snow? We've had no snow.
No.
What will be
Ooh.
weirder?
Like I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have snow at this point, because we're so deep into like the winter season. It's almost like it's almost over, pretty much. We're like halfway through, and
Are
it's
we
almost
really?
over.
How many? What is spring?
March.
I think March.
March
March
is-
is
Oh my
like
God.
March is
3
the
months
cutoff.
away.
So we have
Yeah.
like 2 months left, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
I never
Yeah.
thought I'd say it, but I miss snow.
Yeah.
Okay, me too. I was gonna go sledding this winter. I can't do that. All I see
Yeah,
is
you
Like-
can't
mud,
really.
bro. And I'm like,
Like-
oh.
It's so weird because I hate snow. It makes everything worse.
Worse, for
It's
sure.
Yeah.
cold. It makes you crash into shit. You
Yeah.
gotta bundle up.
You gotta experience
But,
that,
like,
man.
Yeah.
It's gone, and
Yeah.
it's like an abusive relationship. So you, for some reason, you miss it when it's gone. But
What was
it's like the opposite of an abusive
What was that
relationship.
thing where like you hold someone like captive and
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I said it in the last podcast where you like have someone captive and they fall in love.
Stockholm
Stockholm syndrome. There we go.
Stockholm syndrome.
It's that with snow, bro. It's Stockholm syndrome. When they're gone, you're just like, oh crap.
Oh,
Oh
crap.
I
man.
miss it.
They really do have you
Yeah.
hostage though. You can't leave your house with Cleveland snow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But looks like I think didn't it snow for the first time in like
August.
L.A. or something?
Oh yeah, LA. snowed
That's how
in
you
LA.
know it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snowing in LA.
I feel like
not in
I feel like
Cleveland.
we're gonna
Global
get like L.A. weather, and then like dude, global warming, dude.
It's fucking.
We're gonna get
up.
fucked.
No,
I
it makes
should-
no sense because it's snowing in LA.
I shouldn't have to leave the house just wearing a sweater. Like that feels
Yeah, I know.
wrong
Yeah.
this time of year.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just wearing
What?
a long sleeve. That's it.
It feels honestly good outside. I mean, I hate to say it, like I do miss the snow, but it feels good outside, even though it's a little cold. But
I know,
like,
you went
It's
jogging
chilly,
the other
but
day,
it's
didn't you,
like it's
outside?
nice sun. Yeah,
It's
nice
not
and
like
sunny out.
face scratching. Oh man, I remember the walks we used to have to take from the rapid station to school.
Oh man,
Oh,
Frozen.
boy. It just felt like knives were like just flying across your face as you walked. Oh, I
You're,
don't
like,
miss
fast
that
walking?
at all.
I remember
Yeah.
the first time I was in college, and my first semester there, I had my calculus final. So it was at 9 a.m. in the morning. So I left at around 8. I went outside. It just snowed the day before, 2 feet of snow. I walked outside. I had my paper with all like the formulas out. I took one step in. I face planted into the snow.
Oh no!
And I'm like, I went back inside. I'm like, Mom, I'm not doing this, dude. I'm failing. And it sucked because I got there. I still got there anyways. I was
Did
late.
your mom take you?
No, I was like, it's fine because she was sleeping. I didn't want to like wake her up.
Oh,
but
okay.
afterwards, I was
Mama's
like,
boy.
Mom,
I see.
I'm a little mama boy. But I went there. I was 50 minutes late. They looked at me. They were like, hey, we sent a message out. You could just take this like tomorrow. Like,
Oh,
at
did they
12.
really?
Yeah, and I'm like, you're like, you have an hour left. Do you still want to take it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, just get it over with. I got to see in that class.
How would you get in the final though?
Let's see.
You said you got to see on the class and in the final.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was stupid to me because
for calculus, good job.
calculus too.
Oh, even better job then, dude.
But it sucks because I got a 98 and an 85 on the first two. So I was like, this last one was like, I could be, but oh well.
Hey, those classes are the worst.
No,
just the classes where it's just, hey, we're going to have a whole semester and you get 3 times. This is when you get graded
tests,
3
yep.
times.
Oh, dude,
If you fuck one of these up, bye-bye.
all my biology classes.
Bye-bye.
I think this is why biology is so hard. Like, I have not had a biology class where you're like, hey, 4 tests. Like, it's not like we give quizzes. It's 4 tests straight out.
It's just 4 tests, one every couple weeks. Ugh.
I don't know. I feel like grades, man. I feel like they're kind of stupid. I wish. Like, I was telling my professor about this, and because she's the only professor that does this, and she was like, I was like, dude, it's stupid to give us like one huge test every 3 weeks because I'm gonna forget it in 2 weeks. Like, I prefer if you give me a quiz every single week and they're like 5 points.
I mean,
each.
speak for yourself on that one. I'm not sure about quiz every week.
But it's like they're not big. They're like, they won't hugely impact your grade. But it's like a week every day, and then like you have your final and you have your your
midterm.
Yeah.
Right.
So I did that for OChem, and aside from like these quizzes being like 5 points, like I said, there were 25 points and they were like 40% of my grade. So I got an A on all the finals except for 2 on OChem, right? So it's like one of the hardest classes.
Ooh.
But I should have, if I based on test itself, I should have gotten like a B, right, or an A. But because of the quizzes, I got a C.
Oh man.
But no, it's because of the quizzes. I got like a really good grade on the final, so I'm like, all right.
What did you graduate with?
I graduated in health science. I
guess I should have specified that with your GPA.
Oh, I went from a 2.6, 2.5 in freshman year to a 3.11.
Nice.
Yeah,
all right,
so
that's not bad.
I pulled hard.
They say that I think if you get below a 3.0, you shouldn't put your GPA on a resume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw that, dude. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I only put my Tri-C GPA.
I mean,
hey,
if you got a good grade there, why not? Wait,
yeah.
so you
or 3.2, my bad.
Oh yeah, it's even better.
So let's talk about your college life. You went to Ball and Walls for two years.
2
Ball
years.
Oh, 1 year?
I went not even a year, a semester.
Oh,
one semester.
Oh shit. Okay. And then you came to
weird.
CSU. So how's that?
How was the transition or my time there? All of it.
Because yeah.
Because a lot of people go into college with the idea that they want to redo themselves.
Right.
Like, like you don't know anyone, no one knows you. You can
Yeah.
literally be whoever you want.
Yeah.
And to some extent, I tried that. Like, I tried getting myself into things and dressing ways that maybe I wasn't necessarily comfortable with just like the month or so before.
You look nice though. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Thank you.
I saw those pictures on Instagram. He was on point.
I had blonde hair then. Yeah.
You had a man bun.
I had a man bun too. Yeah, I mean, compared to how I look now, it's
very different.
way different. I didn't have a little chub on me as I did now. But even with all that, I didn't find myself being happy, especially with the school itself. Just very cliquey. Jeremy's reaching his hand over.
Can you drag the?
Oh, they're doing technical stuff.
Yeah.
Where was I?
Changing yourself, clothing.
So
You weren't happy.
I wasn't happy, and I think it just came to fruition once the first semester ended, and I just, I kind of decided, hey, I don't think this is right for me. Like, I was studying psychology then, too. That was going to be my major, and I still enjoyed psychology, but I just, with the program they had and, the people I was associating with, I didn't have many friends as much as it, kind of weird to say. I think I did have friends, but not in the sense that I was used to, so they kind of felt like these weird
acquaintances.
Acquaintances, but I probably could have made friendships out of them very easily, but I was so anxious all the time and so freaked out with college that it was hard to. So after the first semester ended, I kind of just decided hey, I talked to my parents. I'm like, I don't think I can do this right now. Like, this is a lot. So they're like, that's fine. Just do what makes you happy, and don't try to force yourself. And especially if you're gonna be anxious and depressed, don't force yourself to try to go through something.
That's
so
good.
I packed up in
good.
one day. Yeah, and I genuinely appreciate their understanding with that.
Right.
And I know some friends, if they got themselves into college, their parents were like, well, you get one shot at this, and if you fuck that up,
because they're paying. It's expensive.
You're gonna go work it.
Not even.
I don't even know.
Not
where,
even
but
family too. Not even your parents. Like, sometimes you got friends that are like, you got you gotta do your best, and they expect a lot of that.
That's I mean, that's a pretty deep topic right there. I mean, I could probably talk on that for at least an hour. But anyway, I packed up one day. I just kind of just like I mean, when I say a day, I mean I went to the advisor. I said, hey, I don't think I can do this anymore.
He skipped all the way to the counseling office.
I mean,
goodbye, bitch.
I mean, it was really the semester ended, and winter semester came and went. Oh, not winter semester, winter break. And I went back. You know, I think I was there for maybe like a couple weeks into like the second semester. And that's when I just one day decided, like, I'm not going to do this.
Right.
So I went to the advisor, said, hey, I want to unenroll. I kind of want to leave. And they just gave me all the they gave me the numbers.
They didn't stop you. They were like,
I mean,
they can't really, right?
I mean, they were like, they don't pursue you
I
because
told them
they're
like, hey, like I thought this over. Like, you know, you can't really change my mind about this. I've already made my
because they're
mind
losing
up.
a student, so it's like, oh, you know, they probably want to save some, get that money.
Yeah, isn't that the shitty thing about college? But you know, they gave me the numbers to call. I packed my entire dorm up. I packed everything I had up in a minivan, and I just went home. And just one day, I was just done. And then for the next, I think I took a year off, just kind of working between jobs. And then I think it's been 2 semesters now that I've been at CSU. So then I went back and, you know, I decided that I want to take things that interest me. You know, obviously I want to get my degree, you know, at the end of the day, but I decided that, you know, maybe not psychology. Maybe I just want to see what interests me and where it kind of leads me.
So you've been taking like a bunch of classes this semester.
So right now, you're a film major now, right?
Yeah. So what it was is that my advisor essentially kind of read what was on what I given her already, what was on the table, and she said, you know, I think you're gonna go with it, communications. So she just gave me communications.
Right.
Like, we didn't really meet about that.
Yeah.
I took some communications classes, and I wasn't enjoying them very much.
Right.
Which classes did you take? How are those classes? Like, what do you do in the?
The one I took last semester, which was the one that kind of like made me realize like maybe I don't want to pursue this, was just Comm 101. Like it was like a basic like lecture hall with like 100 students kind of class.
Oh, yeah. What do they talk about?
If you don't like that, then that's a clear sign.
It was a lot of theoretical communication stuff, like why people might talk, or like why people talk the way they do, or like why we use certain things, or like why certain trends are popular based on like, and it was a lot of theoretical stuff.
Okay, I was curious because like biology, that's straightforward, it's biology, but like communications, I'm like, what do you do? Do you talk to people?
I mean, when I say it's heavily theoretical, it's there is, at least with the class I took, there was very little hands-on in terms of just
there's a bunch of learning, like
learning stuff. Like you're not learning how to like write like a news style package or anything. It's all kind of like, why do people want to hear a news style package or whatever. Like after that class, I realized like, oh shit, like maybe I don't want to do this. So, you know, I'm switching over to the Film and Media Arts, School of Film and Media Arts. I'm not sure on the full name, but I'm gonna be starting there in the spring. I think that's the next semester, right? Spring semester.
Yeah.
And hey, you know, I think that's going to be a way better fit for me. I think some of the classes I'm taking are like post-production and like script analysis or something.
Oh, wow.
And like just off the bat, I go, holy shit, that sounds so much more entertaining and interesting than just like reading your textbook and, you know, here's what people in different languages think about the word yes or something.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Good.
If it doesn't work out, you know,
there's more options, man.
I got 100 other things I can try to pursue.
It's good that you're like you test it too, and I'm in the same boat, man. I changed majors like 100 times. I went from IT to accounting to
that's a jump.
Yeah, and I did take a year off. Like I went to
military
training. Yeah, I went training, and then,
no kidding.
And then I came back. I went CSU for film. And we're on the same boat, man.
Yeah, we really are. I'm probably gonna see you around campus a lot more.
The new film school's in Playhouse Square, I think.
Yeah, so I had a photography class in that same building. Right now, I'm really freaked out about parking.
Yeah, I don't
know. So the way the classes are set up I mean, you probably already experienced this. It's kind of like high school. I'm going to be there from 1 to 8, and it's just 3 back-to-back classes.
Oh wow, these are long classes. Or these are like long breaks.
I get a 1 hour break. I know, like one class, and it's a 15-minute break. Another class, and you know, in a lot of ways, like as scary as that sounds, like I'm cool with that because like obviously there's gonna be a lot of intertwining information and like that's just the nature of the beast. So, like you can't just be like, oh yeah, we want to put, you know, some crazy sound effects in this, but not have any idea how that's done. I feel like it's, you know, if you're gonna be in that kind of industry, you owe it
Yeah.
to at least the people that you're going to work with to at least have an understanding of what, specializing in something like Foley or just script writing and what that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, parking. I'm really scared about parking. It's so far away from any normal parking.
Dude, you're right.
And it's for
Rapid
like
now,
7 hours. That is true.
You're a walk away. You're much closer. Like I'm close, but you're much closer than I am.
I really am.
You're right down the street from me.
I haven't thought about that. I was just
Yeah.
going to take the bus because the bus actually runs.
Also,
if I
runs
walk
down
up
there.
the street, the bus stops right there. Right?
Yeah, so the street that I took, that's where the bus.
We're like a step away from just giving away our home addresses at this point.
You know, hey, we're right by.
So yeah, you guys know where the so and so bus gets off. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's like a giant like water pool. But there's something I want to mention when you're talking about like friends and all that stuff in your first year semester. You realize it's like school doesn't really prepare you for social interactions when you think about it, because when you think about it, right, we don't go out and make friends in school. We sit in a classroom where
Wait, so you're telling me that all those years of high school we weren't friends?
No, we are, but we were in a way we were forced to, right? Like I didn't meet you on the street and be like, hey, we were in a class together. We sat next to each other. Hi, I'm Jeremy.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I
wasn't like,
absolutely
I'm
understand
gonna
what you're
talk to
saying.
that guy right there. No, it was. We're in class together. They're forced us to make these.
The more I
relationships.
realize it, the more I miss like just the middle school, high school structure of just you go in, you see the same people for
Exactly.
every day. Obviously there's some switching up depending on classes and what who you're with, but like you get a chance to make as many friendships as you possibly can, and then for the rest of your life, it is going to be the goddamn hardest thing.
Yeah.
Like you either meet by happenstance or someone introduces you.
Yeah.
But if you don't have anyone to introduce you,
most people are not confident enough to.
yeah, no, they're really not. Which is weird when you think
for
about
4
it.
years, 'cause that's like, you know what I mean. Like, but if we met an outside standing, I probably talked to you once, like in college, and I'd be like, goodbye, man.
I have friends now who I consider like some of my close friends.
Yeah.
But when I look at it, like if I would have just have seen you like at school or on the street,
You wouldn't have talked to
I wouldn't have wanted to talk to you. We wouldn't be friends. But
Yeah.
for some reason we are. So how the hell does that work?
Like,
How does that work?
But yeah, I was like thinking this for years now. I'm like, because people are like, well, aside from you, because you be texted in your first year semester, and someone else also, they were like, yo, I forgot to make friends. How do you make friends?
Yeah.
And it's like, I like think about it, I'm like, they don't really set you up to make friends in
Elementary
school.
school and like college, the way you set up like meet friends, like in elementary school, you kind of do stuff together, like as a group,
gym.
but like in
Because
college,
at that point, like no one's got a personality to
Yeah.
conflict. Like there's like the trouble kids at that point.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know that, but like no one's got any reason to like diss each other or like be like
Right.
not friends. It's like you're 10 years old, you're 8 years old. Like the biggest thing you've got to worry about is
Eating school lunch, I guess.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's actually a lot of things you can worry about at that age, but
Well, it's
I
like
mean
at
in a more
school,
like practical sense.
but in a way, if you think about it, like if you take classes in college, you go to class with people that are into the same thing. So you think it would be easier for you to make
It's
friends,
not.
but
But
yeah,
they're all
it's just like
they're different
everyone's
schedules.
like when people get older, everybody gets like a little more antisocial and they just hang on to their old friends.
Actually, the correct term is unsocial. Antisocial
Oh, yeah.
is antisocial. There's like destructive and like violent
They
behavior.
actually changed that term.
unsocial, yeah.
I remember learning that with you in psychology.
In psychology?
But they changed it because people have been
Oh, did
using.
they?
Yeah,
Oh,
people have been
fuck.
using the wrong term so much
God damn it!
that it's now antisocial.
So
which
is-
I know.
So is unsocial now like the psychopaths?
It's just a weird. It's just a weird
just a
term. Like
weird-
no one uses
yeah.
it. They antisocial is replacing us. Yeah.
Just because everybody's doing it,
Yeah.
saying it wrong.
Yep.
to follow up with like the whole like unsocial, antisocial college thing.
Yeah.
One big thing that I found that detracts from making friends are lecture style classes. Like you would think a classroom with 200 people,
Yeah.
you're bound to meet someone. No, in all the classes I sit in, people at least sit like a seat apart from
Oh
each
yeah,
other.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
for sure.
so awkward when there's 200 seats to pick from
Yeah.
for you to sit next to
No.
anyone.
Oh, for sure.
Like if someone sat down next to me, I'd be like, what do you want? Because like there's 5 rows in front of me and behind me that are empty seats, and you
Yeah.
chose to sit next to me.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
small classes are definitely.
Those are definitely different, and I find that I enjoy those a lot more. I don't necessarily make friends, but I think I can get a better feel, at least for the people I'm
Yeah.
taking the class with, and I can actually talk to them.
And then, and then in college, there's so many like differentiating schedules, and also because
Oh my god.
we're not social creatures. When you think about it, there's so many parties that we go to. There's so many parties that people get social in, but we just don't go. I don't go.
Are you saying like we as in like
this collective group, like how many college parties? Well, you only been there for a year, so I'm not sure. But how many college parties have you gone to? You know,
none.
Like,
But here's the thing: I have been to house parties before, and I think I came to the realization that they're all kind of the same.
Yeah.
Unless like you're gonna go party with like rich kids or like gangbangers, chances are a lot of the parties you're gonna go to, people are gonna be drinking nasty ass beer, probably smoking some cheap ass weed in a house that they
it's like
either
thrown down.
Yeah, it's probably they probably pay about $800 a month for, and they split it between 4 people or some shit. So a lot of the house parties are very similar. Like Hollywood did a number on I think this generation in just terms of expectations. Hey, to all the guys that are listening on this, waiting for that girl to talk to them, it's not gonna happen. I'm so sorry, dude. It's not gonna happen. And if you don't do it, it will never happen.
I mean, it happens once in a rare blue moon. I feel like girls are more confident these days. Like, there's so many girls that talk up to me, and I'm just like, this is weird. Oh, sorry, I'm sitting in your seat. Okay, it makes more sense now. I'll see you later.
What was that, a joke?
But
you know what's crazy? I've about the going to the party thing. I've read something which was mind blowing. Kind of like if you go to a party, that's not you partying. It's your drunk self partying.
I mean, if you drink, yes.
It's not your it's not your personality, or it's not you. It's like either your high self or your drunk self.
I think people definitely put on masks, and you would think like at a party of all things where people are going to have fun, like maybe you take that mask off, but the more alcohol you get into, the more you just kind of like start becoming sort of a caricature of yourself. Like you're picking very certain features or very certain traits that you're just trying to project on all these people. Like, hey, look at me. Like, let's be friends.
Yeah.
But even then, it's just
actually, like,
making friends is weird, man. It's so goddamn weird.
For sure.
I made it a goal to make. Maybe not a goal, but it's a characteristic where I'm like, I gotta know one person, one class. Like, that's my thing. Like, every class, even lecture or anything, I made one friend, one class.
I've
that way I
heard
can be
something.
like, hey, can you like give me the answers? Or like, hey, how's the homework going?
Honestly, like, is it weird to want a friendship just for that? Like, hey, like maybe you and I aren't gonna be the best of friends, but if we like, let's talk in this class at least. So at least if one of us misses it,
that's like that's not wrong at all, because it's not a parasitic, it's more of a symbiotic. Because
but
if he misses a class, I help him out.
Would you want to be upfront about that, or do you just kind of like leave it like?
If once you still build patterns, right? So you know those patterns of people. Like, I made a friend in this lab, and every week he would text me, "Hey, did you do your lab?" At like the 4th week, I'm like, "Bro, stop copying me." Like, seriously, bro.
So
like, you're skipping class, and he dropped out next semester. I'm like, of course, dude.
My girlfriend actually, I think she had a friendship like that, and I tried to like, I was like, I kind of like. And like advised her, like, hey,
Careful,
I don't think this girl like necessarily wants to be friends with you. I think she wants you to do her work for her. But I think she realized that too. She's like, oh, if she doesn't do like, I've done 90% of this project. If she doesn't do this last 10%, like, she's just stupid at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna report you. She's like, I'm gonna just report her to the professor at that point. But those kind of friendships feel weird. I would feel weird being on the receiving or whatever the opposite of receiving.
Because I mean, everyone
that
also
makes sense. Like after the semester, like
goodbye.
Then what do you guys?
I've made friends in high school that were literally just the people I sat next to, and I become good friends with them. Like I could have conversation with them, but outside of that class, no, I could not. Even like, and then like the semester later, I wouldn't talk to them. And I always thought it was so goddamn. I mean, obviously, Jeremy, you and I, not the case.
Yeah, surprisingly, I was surprised. I was genuinely surprised. I thought you were gonna be like a high school friend, but this has gone pretty long.
Yeah.
We still talk to each other here and there.
Yeah, there were people I sat next to, became good friends with, and break would come and go, and I would see them in the hallway. We wouldn't even say anything to each other.
Yeah.
In that situation though, do you think the other person also, like, if you're walking past each other and they see me, I see them, do you think they're thinking something similar? Like, oh, there's Alex, should I say something?
I usually just say hi and walk away.
Yeah.
That's like my thing, because I know what you mean. Like in high school, I would definitely. But I also had like my own set of groups. You know what I mean? Like
sure, you had your friends, but they're like there are people you saw and talked to.
But after like I go Tri-C, for example, never see them at school again. I see them. Hey, what's up? How you been? I'm good. All right,
do you see people from high school there? At whatever campus you're at.
Oh no, I mean like back then, like when after like doing the peace op thing, but even now when I see people I know, I say hi, how are you? It's like we should hang out. Yeah, sure. Never does. You know, they never contact.
I've gotten a few Instagram messages of like, hey, we should hang out, and I'm like, yeah, sure, absolutely.
It just never happens. Huh?
Nope.
I think it's just the fear of commitment. Just because you already have these friends.
No,
it's a lot
no.
like
I think it's the other way around.
there was-
I think it's the actual just people like not actually want to hang out, but it's just a nice thing to say. You know, like people are also so goddamn busy. It's a thing.
There's a really funny John Mulaney bit where he goes, it's like it's so goddamn easy to not do anything. Like I think it's like
For sure.
the best highs are meth, heroin, and canceling an event after that you don't want to go to. Obviously, I've not tried meth and heroin. That was just that was like some improv, like just.
Yeah. What do you keep winking at me, dude? That's so weird.
Do I keep winking at you?
Kidding. No, this was a joke. Okay.
Yeah, here, I'll
It's like
rub my
drugs.
eyelash.
Drugs.
But yeah, so
felt really weird.
it's a social thing. I don't know.
I just
College
think.
is hard.
Yeah, I just think it's the fear of commitment and.
Fear of commitment.
Well, because what do you got committed? Is just because in a friendship.
I think Dom is telling us something about his love life and his relationships.
He's like, we should go out. Like, I'm too lazy.
So what are we like? I don't know. It's been 3 months. What do you mean you don't know?
Yeah.
Too real. I'm sorry.
There's so many like people like contacts on my phone where it's just people I made one class and that's it. We don't talk anymore. But I still have their contacts because here and there I'll hook them up because I'm bored. I think one of like the cooler people I have met. That like if we see each other, we're like, hey, let's get lunch real quick, you know. But outside from that, we're just not like talking.
Yeah,
it's this one guy who's a model. It's crazy. Yeah, I met a male model
at
CSU.
campus. Wow.
Yeah, and he's becoming a.
Do they have courses on that? On modeling? That's weird.
I wish.
Mod 101.
But he was in my chem class, and he was chill. I was like, hey, he was like, because he's struggling. Chemistry was hard for me, like first chemistry, and he'd be like, yo, I'm about to go study in the library. You want to join? I'm like, yeah. So he was a very nice guy.
You're not gonna turn down an invitation from a model? Are you kidding
Hell
me?
no,
They could be a terrible student. You'd be like, oh, sure, I'll hang out with you.
I didn't even know he was a model. I'm not gonna lie.
How'd you find out?
We were talking, and he was like, yeah, man. I used to be an accountant for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm like, yo, that's insane. He was like, yeah, I met some of the players. They're pretty dope.
Wait, he was in the what?
He was an accountant for the Cleveland
account?
Cavaliers. Yeah.
That's not a model though.
I know, but then he goes on and goes, after that, I did modeling for 3 years in LA. And let me tell you, that job was maybe I should get him on the podcast, dude. It might be interesting. He told me some fun stories.
Really?
Like,
you have him. Fuck me. Like seriously. Hey,
I love you.
Hey, if I went to LA for 3 years, I'd rather hear that story than whatever the shit I'm sharing.
Yeah, he was like, dude, some models are so like
crazy, drug obsessed.
not drugs, but crazy. Yeah,
I mean, drug obsessed.
He was like talking about one guy. He was like sitting and they were going for the same gig, and this guy was looking at a wall and he was trying to make conversation. He's like, hey, dude, how are you? We're like, what's up? And the guy was like, can you not talk to me or look at me? It might affect my face while looking at the wall. And he was just like,
wow.
Okay. And I'm like, damn, dude, I didn't know
Talk
people
about
were
antisocial.
I was like, yeah.
Don't talk to me. I'm busy. Stares at a wall.
He was like, I don't want you affecting my face. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what? But
it means he just didn't want to talk to him.
he's now like doing he's becoming like he's making robots or something. He's a smart guy. It's insane.
Oh, fuck yeah. Why?
With a side job of being a bartender.
Why? How is that fair? Like, why is the universe let's take the really attractive people and make sure that they can become accountants and
Perfect.
Super smart. Let him make robots and stuff.
That's how
crazy.
you felt about the professional Brazilian soccer player and doctor.
How tall was he? How tall was he?
Oh,
6 feet.
the Asians or the model?
The model.
The model's 6'3".
I want to bash my head against this microphone.
Dude, why isn't there, I talked
He's
to
got to
Dom
have
about this.
so he's got to have a small penis then. Like that's the natural the natural order of things. He has to. Like that's just how it works.
The phrase is body tall, penis small.
Body tall, penis small.
I'm the tallest guy here, man. That's not cool.
Yeah, you're a tall guy, man. I don't know about you.
Yeah, dude, that's true. Yeah, what does the universe
How
do
big do you
that?
think Shaq's penis is?
Ooh, I heard that it destroys worlds. Like it's huge. Like the rumors.
I regret
wouldn't
asking
know.
that. I regret bringing that up. Never mind.
Did you look that up?
No, I
I'm
heard
surprised you know that.
You
heard it or you looked it up?
Have you guys seen the picture of him holding a regular bottle of water?
It was like, this is how big my dick is?
No. It's
Oh.
as in like it's his hand in like a bottle of water this big. It looks like a can of like soda in
Oh my
comparison.
God. I know. I didn't
Honestly,
see
like I'd say pull that picture up. I don't know if you guys like do that kind of
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
but
Pull it up.
that is it is the funniest photo to see.
How tall is Shaq? 7'2".
I have no idea.
Pull that up too, man.
I don't know why I brought up Shaq, but
No, you
Shaq
need to
is
find.
just look up like Shaq bottle of water, and I bet you'll find it. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
He's like,
it's so small.
Look at here. Pull up just
here,
one of
this one?
those. No. It's one of those ones. Yeah, one of the ones of him sipping. Look at it, dude. Look at it.
It's like a Red Bull. That's the best comparison. It looks like a Red Bull. He's holding it like a Red Bull bottle.
Yeah, really. Like it's not like your hands like you're wrapped around a can, but it's just like it looks small,
like he's
but it's
holding
not
a pencil,
small.
man.
It's a fucking bottle of water.
Compared to your hands.
It's like he's holding a pencil.
It's like
What the heck?
I don't know.
Dude, that's it's like
Thanks,
this, dude,
Shaq.
but his hands are huge.
But his
That's
hands are
insane.
huge.
And with that,
There's so many funny videos of Shaq. There's one of him falling
Really?
over in like an ESPN report or something. It's so stupid, but you can just see the cameras like shake as this
Hits the floor.
giant man hits the floor.
Dude, I love Shaq. He's such a funny guy.
Yeah.
He is like why? I mean,
Tired and he just does not give a crap. He's like a millionaire. He make all this. He does whatever he wants.
care.
to.
Like
Dude, I heard that
I'll
he
make
was, like-
money off residuals. If he ever comes close to like maybe going below not 6 digits, 8 digits,
Yeah.
just do a commercial for $2 million.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say no to Shaq? Like, hey, I want to advertise your underwear. Fuck
Okay.
yes, we'll have you, Shaq. Of course.
I heard that he loves cars, but he's too big for them, so he told a company to cut 2 Lamborghinis and fuse it together.
I'm not.
to
I
make
wouldn't be
huge
surprised. A
Yeah.
custom-made
Shaq Lamborghini.
Shaq Lamborghini.
All right.
He does all this. He like DJs. He does.
He does all.
I've seen, are you thinking of the video where he's like he does the DJ and he like just does that for like he like pumps his fist for like a minute.
It's funny.
Such a weird dude.
All right. With that, we take our break.
We're gonna take our break. All right, we'll be back. Welcome back to our
I don't
podcast.
think you're recording.
There we go.
You can try that again. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not. We'll leave it. We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
That's improv.
All right.
Welcome back. So we're gonna start off with our segment, "Sell a Friend," which this was Jeremy's idea. Sell a friend. It's in play on words.
Explain how it's a play
So,
on words so it doesn't
yeah.
sound like human trafficking.
Yeah.
So we will call one of Alex's good friend here.
So are you gonna pick the person? I don't
No,
know.
you'll-
you pick,
you'll
because
pick
we
the
don't want
friend.
it to be like someone
Yeah.
like, oh crap, I don't want to talk to them.
It's like, who the fuck is this?
So-
It'll be sell a friend.
Yeah.
Let's call some random girl.
And we'll
off my
have-
list.
And we'll have Alex's friend on the phone explain Alex in the best way possible.
Let's go
Or
to my
try to
most
sell
10
it.
seconds.
recent. So
Try
we
it.
have
Try to sell
mom,
them.
grandma, grandpa,
I like
first
grandma.
friend that shows up.
First friend. Oh
Jeff.
man,
I think we're gonna call Jeff.
Jeff. All right. Who is Jeff in your
Oh,
Yeah.
in your life?
Jeff was a friend I met through a friend, but at this point we're just. I mean, how do you describe a friendship? That's kind of weird.
He's a friend I made.
He's just a friend I met.
Is that on speaker?
Should be.
Did he actually pick up? Oh, okay. 'Cause most of my friends don't pick up.
Oh, hey, Jeff. Are you guys gonna explain this to him?
Yeah.
All right, hang on,
All right.
Jeff. So, you just listen to what these men have to say, okay? I'm safe, don't worry.
Who's on the podcast?
We want money. If you want Alex, I'm just kidding. No. So Alex is on our podcast, and we have a segment where you try to describe Alex in 10 seconds.
Describe Alex in 10 seconds.
Yeah. We'll tell you when the timer starts.
Oh God.
All right.
Ready?
Ready?
Are you at work right now? I gotta ask.
No, I'm playing Civ.
Okay.
All right. Ready? Set. Go.
Go.
You got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
You just hung up. Oh man, that's. I did not expect that.
In many ways, I did expect it, and in many ways, I also wish it wasn't that either. I love seeing the levels peak right there.
Yeah, I know.
You can see when the screaming was.
How do you how would you interpret that?
I think there's
something wrong
if
with
I
that
called
man.
him, I think if I called my friend Rui, Manny, or Keith, I think they would have all given me a very similar answer. Because you have friendships where it's like, certain people are more serious about like a friendship than others, and not even like a bad way, just kind of like, like, hey, I see you as like a emotional support, or hey,
Yeah.
I see you as
It's more
someone
developmental. Is
I
there
can
more?
hang
Yeah.
out with. I like to consider I have like a close group of friends. We like to play video games together. We like to just chill out and hang together.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I
oh,
also
this
just
sounds the
think
way.
I also just think if you had not told him it was a podcast, he would have maybe given a serious answer.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's funny though.
That's exactly what I expected, and I'm happy with that answer.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
happy
good.
with that answer.
It's like
Because
I
it
think
shows,
that's a positive
Yeah,
thing.
it shows that they literally do not care at all.
It's like a.
Just kidding.
It's like that movie Tag, but it's like the one that's like based on real life.
Nope, no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it's there's a movie Tag out
Wow.
And it's about these group of kids or a group of men who've been playing tag with each other for 30 years, and they play for 1 month.
Actually, I think I did hear about this.
And it's based on a real thing, and they set that like.
Was this a Netflix special?
No, it was an actually just on theaters movie. It's not bad. I enjoyed it. It was just like a fun movie to watch. You know, if you want to watch like a fun movie, it's not that like insanely good. It's not that insanely.
I mean,
It's just
it's a movie about people playing tag. It's
Yeah,
going to
but
be
it's
as
like-
good as that sounds.
Well, it's like it's action film. It's
Is it an action film?
in a way, yeah, because they're trying to get this one guy who's apparently like really good at like karate. It's
He's
exaggerated
like
from
he's
real
never
life.
been tagged
Yeah,
once.
he's never been tagged
and they're just
before.
working together trying to tag him, and he's like,
so it's not
these
based
crazy dodges.
off a true story.
It's based on the idea is based on a true story, but it's of course it's a film, so they want to exaggerate more.
Okay.
But in the real like life, they were talking about it because I read some articles and they were like, it's crazy because some of the things they did in the movie we actually did in real life. Like one of them was when my dad died. One of my friends came up to me, pat me in the back, and goes tag. And walked away.
Oh man, that's deep.
And he was like,
Is that deep or is that shitty?
and he was like, you know, like thinking back, like I think my dad would, because my dad knew about the game, he would have loved that. Like
Actually,
it was,
I
it's
I take that back. That is actually, I think, incredibly deep. Like that's your.
a bond you
maybe,
guys have.
maybe he's trying to like
Cheer him up, but
Yeah,
it's like
cheer him
it's a
up.
bond
Like,
they
hey,
have.
like,
It's like, hey,
yeah, especially if like it's something that you've been playing your whole life. Like it goes to show, like, hey, this is I in many ways you're joking, but also
It's the
you're,
best way to cheer you up.
expressing our friendship and how much that means to you. Too.
yeah,
man.
That's just
That
that's
is
what
deep.
that's what they remind me of because you're like it's in a way it's a compliment because it's like, hey man, this is our friendship and that's
That's how we are.
Yeah,
Damn, that's deep.
so, but I just thought it
I
was
also
funny.
kind of wish I didn't pick Jeff now.
You're like I want to hear what other people say.
Like maybe I should have called my girlfriend. Describe me in 10 seconds.
What do you think your girlfriend
Yeah.
would say?
Why don't you come in the pocket? I'm just kidding.
I think just lots of sweet things. Honestly, I don't think she'd be jokey about it.
Uh-huh.
But I also think given 10 seconds, I don't know if she'd
That's
come
hard,
up with
yeah.
a lot
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
and
I
it's
think
also on the spot. Like,
yeah, and that's pretty much an on the spot answer for someone like him.
yeah,
He was ready. He was as soon as we told him, he was like, "Okay, I got it."
I got it in my head.
You know,
You know,
for every
actually-
segment we've done late, we've never gotten like a man. I love this guy. You know,
You haven't gotten
this is
that?
our second time.
This is actually our second time. So far, the first
Let me
time-
know if you guys do get those kind of answers, so I can feel a little less shitty. Maybe.
The first time was actually last week, and it was T and he called his friend Layla, and she was like, "He's an asshole and morbid." And
Hey, I should be happy he did not say anything racist.
Okay.
Like, you guys might have had to get the censor out if I had called a different friend, but yeah, that's.
This is our
I think
reaction,
it's
it's like,
it's all in good fun. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I honestly, I wouldn't expect to call someone like that and then for them to be like, oh yeah, he's the greatest guy ever. My life would
Uh-huh.
be so different without him. Like no one. I mean, like
Only when like in those moments when you're like deep with each other, you're like,
Yeah.
but,
you either got to be like have gone through a traumatic event or have drinking a lot for
Yeah.
to talk like that to each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Especially like guy relationships. That's not how they are.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't expect that.
we're pretty. Well, it depends because we're
Are you
pretty.
gonna confess your love right now?
Yeah, Dom, fuck you.
You're just screaming. I'm glad that bit was fun. I'm glad I got to do that.
We're thinking of more segments. So if you
Yeah,
have any
yeah.
ideas, we're open. So,
You're a creative guy. You're a really creative guy.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I feel like lately my creativity has been stifled a little bit.
Well,
just
now
Okay.
with the script we just sent you, your creativity will blossom.
yeah, I did you read that?
He's actually.
oh, the
He's actually David.
Oh, David. Okay.
I read that and I was
you're-
like, wow, that felt.
Good,
I
it
felt
was
like
good, right?
Can I critique it?
Yo,
on
for sure. No, we.
My
we
big
prefer.
thing was that part where he's talking to, I think I can't remember the name specifically.
David's the one that's leaving.
So it wasn't
Derek's
the friend
short
who was
guy.
leaving. It was the friend who was upset that he was leaving. He
Jason.
He monologued for like 2 pages. And I thought like I actually didn't read all of it because I'm like that's a lot. Like
same
it's
here.
the joke when he's like when he's talking to the one friend, but the friend's not actually talking to him.
Uh-huh.
He just keeps talking and he thinks like he's like accusing him of shit, but he's just like I'm not holding him back. No, but I thought it went on a little too long. That's my only critique. The rest of it,
I
thought was
actually. I'm
pretty,
not gonna lie. I didn't read that part either.
I thought it was pretty funny.
No,
Like
I
it
thought
was it was totally a subversion. Like I love when a movie or a show starts off as one thing and then
twist.
just completely twists
Yeah.
into something else.
Yeah.
And then he didn't watch Arrested Development, so I asked him about that. I was like,
He didn't watch
No,
it.
he watched it.
It felt
He was
a
like-
lot like Arrested
But he
Development.
watched a lot of movies. There are a lot of TV shows. and
Arrested Development. That's with
I never seen.
Oh,
it. I
never
don't
mind.
know.
I was thinking of the one with Aziz Ansari. I think that's
That's Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Parks,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But no, he wrote that in a week. He started maybe 5 days ago, and
Okay.
I was genuinely surprised he pulled up
I
that
mean, a
good.
lot
I
of
was
that
like,
dialogue felt like super real too, which I think is a
Yeah.
lot easier. Like when your characters are a little more like based in a reality that like you can relate to.
I
you
think
can,
he based it off us. Like no joke. Like he was like,
I mean,
'cause
writer.
some of these scenes are like things that would make
So
fun
far,
of. so
yeah,
it's like,
that's
I mean,
liked
a
it.
writer editor that wants to move to Australia. 3 of those things are accurate. No, 2 of those things are accurate. One of them isn't.
so moving to Australia and actor.
How'd you know?
So is that what you're going for school for, acting, or?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think my enjoyment of acting has in many ways blossomed into what I enjoy doing now, which is writing and
Yeah, yeah.
editing, and certainly still acting.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, when you're at, just in that business in general, whether it be stage plays or just actual like on-screen acting,
Yeah.
there's a lot that coincides and there's a lot that intertwines.
Yeah.
And you realize that you can't. There is no movie with just the actor.
Yeah, for
There's no
sure.
play
Yeah.
with
There's a lot of
just the
moving parts.
actor.
Yeah.
There is the set builder. There is the sound designer. There is the lighter. You know, there is so many things to it. But for me, it is all so interesting.
Yeah.
Like there's no aspect
yeah.
of like a movie production that I go, oh, boring.
Yeah.
Let's do something more interesting. Like.
Yeah.
Even if it's just sitting
Set
at your
lighting.
computer, switching between footstep sounds for 2 hours,
Yeah.
like that's interesting to me. Like
Yeah.
that is something that if you do it right, no
sound-
one
yeah.
notices, but it makes the biggest impact to
Yeah.
your production.
Yeah.
That's why I realized like starting this. So aside from this podcast, another project I'm doing it's script writing and just filming with another friend of
And
mine.
that's hey, please
And
invite
I'm
me. I
surprised.
want to film so
Before-
badly.
Bro,
Before we go on,
you're David.
I'm just surprised that you haven't like thought about like filming or a film
So
degree or major.
I'll talk to that a little more after this. But
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, you're David, dude. We would love to have because TN we need more actors for sure, and we need someone who can actually act.
How many actors in total?
It's
You
like 5
I-
or 6?
Yeah, 5
5 or
and
6?
then Brent. And our friend Brent has a really stoic face. He can't act. He cannot act.
He can't. So he's got Mike. Is that what that character?
Yeah, he's very stoic and he's silent. That's why there's no lines for him. He's the one.
He's not really acting. He's just kind of being
He's just
himself.
there. Yeah.
That's good. Like the way he wrote it is just like
It's because
us,
he had those ideas in mind, and David was actually Daniel, but Daniel's leaving, and I was thinking in my head,
David was Daniel.
Gonzalez.
Okay.
Oof. Whatever. It's a
was-
very popular name. Last name.
Gonzalez,
Yeah.
I have a friend named Nick Perez. Good luck ever
Dude,
finding
fine.
him
Yeah,
on
so
Facebook.
I'm not- yeah.
Good luck. Hey, you Google the name Nick Perez, and
Yeah.
My
We only have
name-
11 listeners
that's
anyway.
why I love my last name, because if you Google my name, my full name, you just find results about me. You don't find there is no one else, I'm pretty sure, on this planet with my full name. Like
Ooh. We should have nicknames like John Smith. Like look up John Smith and you'll find like a million people.
well, yeah, you'll find
Nicknames
like
for each other? That's a lot of work. It's just like playing with our like gamer tags. Yo,
is that multiple X's?
I don't want to say it. I was like, oof. Because
my username.
Is a gamer tag like
it's more special 'cause it's easier to find. Like if
I've
you just say
I used to go by one username very specifically, and it kind of tied in a lot to my own name.
yeah.
And ever since I realized how many crazy people are on the internet, I completely phased that out. Like I started
Yeah.
using like random usernames
Yeah,
or
it's-
just like kind of like made up shit that like at least I recognize or I can remember. But like, yeah, it got to a point where like I try to prove a point to my friend where I'm like, hey, your Steam name is your Twitter name, and you like to go into CS:GO games and piss people off. If you find like some crazy Russian guy, he Googles this username, he finds your Twitter with your full name. It doesn't take much to find your address.
Oh.
after
Oh,
that.
yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's why like
That's scary. Yeah, I never thought about it like that.
I mean
way.
that's why I try to keep
actually,
like
yeah, I
all
actually
those
never
like
thought about it either.
aspects, like social media, gaming. I try to keep that shit separate because if I talk shit on one thing, all it takes is some crazy dude to come to my house and stab me with a knife because I got a headshot on him.
and you just
Casual.
You dumped him. You dumped on him.
just teabag them. You're like, you can't teabag me in games. That's crazy. I never thought about that. I like all my like stuff are the same right now, but it's also like it's only social
Change your
media.
passwords, man. Get yourself a password manager. I don't have one. I don't know what they're about.
Oh, I meant the username.
Oh, your usernames.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Oh, my passwords are all the same too.
Yeah, same.
But they're also it's very complicated. I don't think no one will know unless they know me. So, like
You're-
out there, like you guys know me, but you guys would figure it out somewhat. But it's not. They're my friends. Like, why
I've
would I
been
care?
burping away from the mic this whole podcast. I want to do one into the mic. Is that okay?
You make it a good one.
We'll increase the gain.
Can you build it up? Can you build it up?
I increase the gain, so.
That was ASMR right there.
that was louder than the.
Oh man, it was peaking. It was peaking.
Oh, I peeked it. The whiteboard's empty now. What the fuck? I thought we had like one more thing on there.
Video games.
Video games?
Super Smash Bros.
Can we please talk about Smash Brothers?
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
my
yes.
I
god.
played against you.
Let's start off
You're-
with who do you main?
Who don't I mean? No, but I've really been enjoying playing Simon, and I guess
Ooh.
by comparison also Richter because they're Echo fighters.
Can we search that up?
Those are
That's the Castlevania,
Castlevania. They
characters.
kind of like
They got the
chains.
chain. They got
Okay.
the whip. That's the same thing. They got a throwing star thing. I don't even know what you call that. It's like a cross. Okay, but Simon, Snake as well. Captain Falcon. I've been playing more as.
Okay, I know.
Oh,
this.
that was the good one. Damn. Excuse me. And Marth as well. Who else? I think that's what I've been playing a lot as recently.
Okay. So
But-
you have this. Yeah.
Yeah,
of
Super
course you
Smash
do,
Brothers
yeah.
Ultimate. I've got everyone unlocked.
You have a Switch?
Yeah, I got the Switch.
I
Of
didn't
course
even
you
know.
got.
Not even know. Okay.
You gotta have the Switch to play this game. That's what it's out on.
Well, I didn't know you had a Switch, which makes sense now actually.
It
Do
does.
you use
I bought
GameCube controller?
I
Or do
bought
you
I
use
bought
the-
a GameCube knockoff ish controller.
Uh-huh.
It's not a GameCube controller per se, but it is like the exact same design. It's got like
Yeah.
a few twists, like adjustments to it.
So it's not copyright, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a Nintendo product. It's a
Okay,
Nintendo
okay,
product.
okay.
so Jeremy's
Yeah, I
Jeremy's
mean-
character is Bayonetta, and he smashes like.
Which I love. Why
Yeah.
is she in this game? It's
Yeah, I know.
perfect.
Yeah, I
it's,
know.
it's
I
so
love that they added her.
funny.
Bayonetta, I love her, dude. Her combos are quick. She's fast. She's a fast
I tried
character.
playing as it, but then it was like if you're in air, it's like you get
fucked.
completely different.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing I hate about Simon. If you fall off the map with him, you get to throw your whip, which takes about maybe 5 feet, and
Yeah.
after that you're just fucked.
It's like a saving grace. It's like, come on, dude, can make it. Just nope.
Please, no.
2 inches.
Yeah,
So
oh my
there,
God.
since we're talking about Smash Brothers, there's been a guy who has been leaking characters, and so far they were all correct.
Yeah.
So,
So who-
that
I think
same
I-
guy
I think
leaked 2 more characters, and when you hear them, you're gonna go, "That makes complete sense." The next 2 DLC characters are allegedly gonna be Steve from Minecraft and the Doom guy.
Oh.
Which makes sense because those are both on the Switch. Doom came out on the Switch.
Yeah.
I could totally see Doom guy being added to the roster, which would be so funny
Steve,
too.
Steve on Minecraft,
Craft,
though?
dude.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
Like
God.
you thought Villager was gonna be a weird character. Well, say hello to Steve.
They don't care, dude. I wish
What the
I mean, everyone should have expected it when Wii Fit Trainer got added to the game.
She is
That's
my
his main.
favorite character. She's so funny to play.
Do you know the move where like you fire like a beam of sun?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that a Dark Souls reference? Because they say salute the sun.
Oh, salute this. Yeah, yeah,
Or, like,
yeah.
but it's like they
Salute
do
the
like
sun,
they
and
raise
then-
their arms up and
Yeah,
then
exactly.
salute
And,
the
yeah,
sun.
yeah. I never thought about it that
But
way,
like,
but it is a.
is that
yeah.
a Dark Souls reference?
Wait, for which character?
I'm gonna.
Wii Fit
Wii Fit
Trainer.
Trainer.
Oh, I
It's like
didn't know
when you. It's like the B. Yeah, the B. Hold the B and then.
Yeah. Are you sure it's
you
not
gotta
just
go-
like
it,
a yoga
heals your
reference?
character too.
I mean, it very well could be.
Yeah.
Salute the sun. I mean, it feels like a yoga reference too.
In Smash, there's a whole bunch of gaming references.
I mean,
A lot of
Oh wow.
it's ridiculous. Have you played the I don't know what the actual game mode is, but the
Journey one. or
yeah, the journey mode where you collect the stickers or the souls or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I've been playing it, but I haven't really gotten into it. I've just been playing classic mode or just like regular.
Is it the
Smash.
one where
My
like it
favorite-
goes by levels? Or
Yeah, it's
The one you
no,
played?
that's
Oh,
the
no.
classic mode. So the light levels is like the new story
Uh-huh.
mode.
Yeah, it's
they
the
have.
story
Oh,
mode
okay.
essentially. But my favorite thing is how many characters they have just like included just based on like because they have a picture of them.
Yeah.
Like they have characters from the Metal Gear franchise,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
which is like
yeah.
the super gritty dark game that they haven't even been on a Nintendo console since the GameCube. And then by comparison, you have like all the side characters from like Kirby or like some game from the
Pokemon.
80s that no
Yeah,
one's
yeah.
ever heard of. Like
right.
it's
Pokemon
just
balls.
so funny because they throw everyone in and it really does feel like this love letter almost to
Yeah,
like just
to
gaming
all
as
the
a
games,
whole.
like
Oh yeah.
Because like you look at that roster and it's like, you go back 10, 20 years and you say Sonic, Pikachu, Mario, Pac-Man, and Mega Man are all
Yeah.
going to be in a game together.
For sure.
And someone to go, you're fucking crazy, dude. No way.
And just
They are.
just to see them like
Yeah, it's-
I love the match like I let my nephews play and I love the matchups they got Bowser versus Mr. Game and Watch. I'm like, what the heck is
Like,
going
who,
on?
Yeah,
who
that's true.
thought of this?
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that they did this.
My
they did it
favorite
perfectly.
Isabel. Like the dog from Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I know. Everyone got so hyped when they saw that. Yeah.
Because it's so totally opposite, which is also why you fit perfectly in this game, because you weren't meant for a fighting game. You're just a character, so you can show up.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, Steve has like
rumored.
actual weapons and shit in his game.
I wonder how they're gonna like what his main attacks are
Did you
gonna be.
play? Did you play Minecraft at all?
Yeah,
So
I
I
did.
say like the Ender Dragon. Do you know what that is?
I
I
played
think that would be
Minecraft.
the final smash. Something
that'd
involving
be cool.
the
Oh,
Ender
that'd be
Dragon.
dope, dude.
Because that's the final boss of the game. Like, yeah, like honestly, like
Or
any of
maybe-
the boss characters,
I
I,
feel like-
think would make the most sense as a final smash.
I started to think maybe like something like a casual gamer would do for Minecraft, like a raining TNTs. I feel like that'd be a good spot.
TNT, yeah, honestly,
Funny.
Because it's
TNT
like-
would be a perfect attack, especially since you have characters like Snake who can already like have like explosive based attacks.
Yeah.
Like you just plant a bomb and you walk away. Like the TNT works perfect.
I wonder what
Yeah.
kind of.
I wonder how they're. Yeah, I wonder how they'll.
Okay, so,
B would be
They're getting
arrows,
into that.
obviously. Like
so for you guys, a Nintendo exclusive, like they haven't even had to be in a video game or on a console in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
But who would you like to join the roster if you could add
Ooh.
anybody?
can you answer that first so I can think about it?
I think mine would be Solaire from Dark Souls.
Ooh.
I think that would be a perfect addition.
They have Dark Souls on Switch, so
They do. They absolutely
That'd
do.
be
have Dark
awesome to
Souls on
have like a
Switch.
Dark Souls. If I wish like the PlayStation and Xbox would come together for Switch.
Master. When you say Master Chief,
Yeah, I was gonna say Master Chief or maybe even like Kratos from God of War. That'd
See,
be
the
insane.
big issue is that PlayStation already has their fighting game.
Yeah, I know.
They have
I-
PlayStation
yeah.
All Stars, which sucks because
Yeah.
hey, you guys are more than welcome to join the actual
Yeah.
big
Roster,
league
yeah.
roster. But
sure.
at the same time, I think it's why not Kratos? Or
Yeah.
I really wish they bring Raiden from Metal
Oh,
Gear.
yeah.
back. Yeah, that would have been a perfect character for Smash. Did you think of anything,
Maybe
Jeremy?
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, that'd be-
yes. I mean, they
yeah.
got Duck Hunt.
Yeah,
Like,
for
why
sure.
not?
Why
Yeah.
not? Why not?
Wait, Crash Bandicoot is actually on the Switch.
Is it?
Is it?
Do
I
you
was
remember?
playing it yesterday at my niece's
Oh, like the remastered version. I'm assuming. Yeah.
Well, then,
I-
welcome to the roster.
Originally, it's a PlayStation exclusive, but
I got it.
I mean, they were
Go for it.
I think it'd be either Crash. Is that
Crash.
yeah?
Like the
Who's
one,
that?
like the character we just said.
the fox dude?
Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, Sly Cooper. No.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sly Cooper.
Sly
yeah,
Cooper?
Sly
Okay,
Cooper.
okay.
With the turtle and the hippo.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
that would be
absolutely
dope.
okay. Yeah, I
That
can
would
see
be
that.
dope.
So you said that, or is that?
Is Crash? Wait,
Slide.
well, Crash Bandicoot. That's the one with the.
That's the thieving fox.
Yeah, he
Where
he,
it's
he
like-
does that tornado.
he's got the
Yeah,
staff.
yeah, okay. I didn't know.
yeah, were you thinking about that?
We know
yeah, I
who
was
you're
thinking about that.
talking
Yeah,
about.
I think that'd be dope. Yeah, I remember the first game I played on him was PSP, and I was just like, "This is a dope character."
PSP. Oh man, the PSP.
Yeah, dude, I have so many consoles from back then that I don't even play now.
I didn't. My parents did not want me playing video games when I was
Really?
growing up,
They're
and
like,
then they
"You-"
bought me a Wii, and I just.
We knew he was gonna be.
Was that your
big.
first console, the Wii? Or?
That was yeah, that was technically my first console. I had a computer before that, like it was
Okay.
actually capable of running games,
Oh, wow.
but as a first video game console, yeah, it was surprisingly the Wii.
So
Um,
PC. Well, what's your first game that you?
The first that I played.
Yeah.
I remember the first M-rated game that I played, and that was my dad bought it for me, and I'm pretty sure I was maybe like 10 or 11,
I'm ready.
and it was
That's
it was
Oh, this is me.
We never
Sorry.
read the ratings.
it was Brothers in Arms. I think Road to Hill
Oh,
40 or something.
I
It was a
think that's
World
a
War
shooter.
II. It was a
Yeah,
World
it's
War
a
II
shooter.
first-person shooter, kind of like a knockoff Call of Duty, and then died as Call of Duty became
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
But that was my first M-rated game. I had to play that when my mom wasn't home. He was fine with me playing it. It's actually so weird. I love the Resident Evil franchise.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was the person who got me into it because he bought me Resident Evil 4 for the PC, not
Yeah.
the PC, for the Wii.
yeah.
Oh.
And I
wow.
played that game like I think 10 times through.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh my god, I fucking love that game.
What's your
love
first like game?
the first game?
Yeah, not like M-rated, just game.
Ooh, see, I mean, like honestly, probably something like Putt Putt or like
Like on-
Spy Fox. You
Okay.
remember him?
Yeah,
Hey,
no, I
speaking,
don't.
you don't remember Spy Fox?
No, I don't.
But
My
yeah,
first-
those kind of games, the point and click,
Oh,
kind of like
okay.
really kiddie.
Where you hold the gun like the actual, or is it just?
What do you think Putt Putt is?
I don't know.
You know,
It's a
do you-
golfing, dude. It's like a.
It's not. It was a
Oh,
little.
nice.
It was a little. Pull it up and you'll see it. Honestly, they were point and click games, but they were like really geared towards kids. Kid, you put putt putt. Yeah, try that. I don't know. Putt putt car. Type in car. He was a little anthropomorphized. I think that's the word, car.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, but I remember playing through like those
point-
kind of games.
point and
Oh, there's
click
also
adventure games?
Freddy the Fish. That was also they were all made by the same company. So
Okay.
Yeah, just real games that you give to a 6 or 5-year-old.
So, okay. So they're like point and click
I know
games.
yeah,
games.
Like,
I think I
like
rented them
games.
from the library. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, my first game was Mario, and that was a fucking.
Are you sure? You're just saying that? Like,
No, it's Mario because I had my
Which
first
one?
Game Boy when I was 6. That was my sister's, and the game that came
I
with
did
it
have
was.
a Game Boy. Does that count as a console?
I count it as a console.
I guess so.
Like, I mean, consoles are not like technically big. A handheld, no, yeah, I don't know.
That's a handheld console.
Yeah,
But whatever.
That's true.
yeah, it's Super Mario for me.
Okay. What about you,
It was-
Dom?
First ever game
Yeah.
was probably like Mario Party on the GameCube.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's
Oh
pretty
wow,
late.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know when I started playing video games, but I know they originally bought the GameCube for my brother, but then I just started playing it so much that it was like originally mine.
That's
at
the
that
thing with me
point.
when the Game Boy is my sister's, and I started playing it so
Yeah.
much.
It's weird how like two people can say that they're they play video games, but like they play completely different
It's a
things.
genre, it's a
It's
genre.
like you say like, oh, I like watching movies. Well, one person likes watching romance, and one person likes
Yeah,
watching
horror, yeah.
thrasher or not thrasher, thriller. I try to combine
Horror and-
slasher
oh.
and thriller. I got thrasher.
That's a brand.
That is a brand.
But my first M-rated game was Marford 2, and that was because I saw my cousin play, and I was like, wow, he's really good. I'm probably better. And
Modern Warfare 2 was amazing. I mean, I don't know what else
Yeah,
to say on that.
yeah,
The
it's
Modern
an
Warfare
amazing
2 is pretty
The
fucking
story was
Yeah, that's probably like
amazing, too.
it was my first Call of Duty, but it's one of my favorites just because that's when quick scoping was invented. Man,
I mean, I liked it for the
2v2s on
story.
Rust, boy.
I thought the story was
Oh,
pretty
the
dope.
story was
Story.
awesome. Yeah. Oh my god.
No, not many stories do that where it's like, hey, the United States gets invaded and you
Yeah.
get to drive through, the suburbs in a Humvee
Yeah,
shooting
yeah.
at Russians.
Do you
Like
remember
World War- yeah,
the
that's
airport? The airport was my favorite.
Oh,
no
moment
Russia?
play.
Oh
that,
my
it was no Russian, but
Oh, no Russian.
that was. I mean, that mission fucking blew up in controversy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Because you walk into an airport as a
And you
terrorist
shoot-
and you
yeah.
shoot civilians,
And it ends up being
unarmed
like
civilians.
and ends up being like a undercover.
Mission.
And that was the whole like point of like the
Yeah.
actual thing is like it's actually just a CIA agent or something
Yeah.
or like I don't remember what the character was, but yeah, that mission was like when you play that game at 13, you don't realize how complex the story is.
Yeah, you're just kind of
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, dude, free targets, and
and
you
you,
just shoot
you
it down.
play
I've
it
never
again,
thought
and you're
about
just like, holy shit! So they're about to go launch a nuke to save everyone else. Because I don't know if you guys remember the story, but like
I just
there's
remember the
things
ending,
that
that's
take
what's
place
alright,
at the same time.
Yeah.
And like you don't playing that for the first time and
You
not
don't
really like
notice it,
having
yeah.
understanding of it. You don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it's weird going back and I play through these games again and I'm like, wow, this was like really good.
Yeah.
And I didn't even remember that. I just played the shitty multiplayer. Right?
Yeah.
Listen to people call me names on
I didn't have multiplayer, so I just played.
Games nowadays, they don't really
They
like
let
the
you-
new Call of Duty.
They don't let you swear at each other.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
They,
I don't
they,
play
they
it.
don't really have a story to it now.
I
Like
think,
the Call of
Black
Duties.
Ops 4 doesn't have one at all.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't have a main story. Which
I think
is-
I think it's
kinda
just
sad.
generation. What's your favorite game before we go? Actually, no. We should probably stay. I just want to know what. I was gonna say that I think it's a generation. Like us now are like we're like older, and 13-year-olds now are like, wow, these Black
Yeah.
Ops 4 game,
Roblox
insane.
and Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Can you
like-
guys do any Fortnite dances?
He can
Oh,
do shoot.
Can you
I could
do-
do I could floss. I could.
Can you do flossing really quick? I really want to see it. I can't do it. Why does it seem so difficult? Kicks a chair.
I
I
can't.
don't know what it is.
I can't do it.
It's one of my favorite dances to shoot.
If I have to be around little kids or like they're kind of like preteens, my
Yeah.
first question to them is, "You guys play Fortnite? And do you know any of the dances?"
And they get so excited.
Yeah, they get so hyped. I've asked my our nephews that, and they get so hyped. Like, oh, Fortnite, what?
Like, I'm asking you guys ironically, but I also love that you're so genuinely enthusiastic about it. Like, I go back to the whole like two different types of gamers thing. Like, I'm all for it. Like,
Yeah.
Roblox not Roblox. Fortnite might not be my cup of tea, but
Right.
it's
someone else.
Fuck yeah. If it keeps the industry moving, then
Yeah.
fuck sure.
But
I'd be
in a
happy
certain
to play it.
direction, we talked this about with Kane, but it's like because of the way they're moving, they're leading
They're
the other games into
they're like,
battle royales.
They're trying to.
Yeah, that is the one. That is
They're
the
they're,
issue.
they're selling to like kids now, like under our age, instead of us since we're like.
when
grown
you
adults,
think
maybe.
about it, like
But is
God of War came out at our age of 13. Did we play? I didn't play God of War. Play a little bit of it to like 18.
I mean, for me,
but 13 was Call of Duty shooting. You know what I mean? That was like,
for me, it was more so just like a console limitation. Like, I couldn't buy both the consoles. I couldn't buy all the games I necessarily wanted to play. But Yeah, that is an interesting thing. Like, the in many ways, like the 10-year-olds kind of made the battle royale game mode really popular.
Yeah.
But now, like, they're making it for the M-rated games, but they're not playing those.
Yeah.
So who are these for?
I mean, air quotes, because we played M-rated when we were 13. You know what I mean? Like, it's when you think about it, it's just us.
So
and the
so
younger
is the generation before us, or like the?
Or
Like
just
the
us when you think about it. Like at 13, I didn't care about the story. Like you said, like we didn't really look.
but
at
then
the
you go
story.
back and you enjoy it. So
Yeah.
like, who was that game made for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like at 13 again,
It goes a
shooters.
full cycle.
Yeah, it's just I don't think
cycle.
we're like anything to blame.
And now we're at free to play and microtransactions. So hopefully it gets a little bit
Jeez,
better from
yeah.
here.
I think the one thing I did like about Fortnite is that how they made everything achievable. I guess more like they're not like power.
Well, you saw.
They're not, like, money
technically,
hungry.
You still had to pay. for
I
it.
haven't played Fortnite, so I have no idea.
I mean, they're
how
like
it works, but
they're like giving us these free DLCs every season. Is what I meant. Like
that's why they have the seasons, and like you can unlock things by actually
Yeah.
playing the game as opposed
Yeah.
to spending money.
But
Yeah,
then the
which I
thing is,
like.
for the season, you had to pay for it to
Oh,
unlock
so they have
that
the
season.
battle pass, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, that's what the battle pass is, and then every time you level up, you get that level. But then
when you think
the
about
thing
it-
is to make your $10 worth it, you gotta play every day to get to level 100.
That's what they want, though.
That's how
That's
they,
what they
that's
want.
how they get
But a
you.
lot of people do that, and what's crazy about that is and you just only have to buy the first battle pass. They made a way where you can save enough coins throughout the battle pass where you can buy the next one.
That's my that's like been my
Yeah.
understanding. It's like if you play the game consistently, like they actually will give you the content
Yeah.
for free. If like
Yeah.
you're a loyal and good player at
Yeah.
that. So
And also, it's like I like that because I remember before Fortnite, Call of Duty were like, give us more money, give us money to
yeah, they had like
open
the
these things.
DLC like map
Yeah,
packs. I
Star
never
Wars,
bought-
all
I
the
never
same
bought
thing.
any of that
Hey,
shit.
pay for these characters. It's like
And that totally backfired on them.
yeah.
didn't
So it's
it?
like I feel like Fortnite's leading a certain way of battle royale, but they're also leading us in a way where it's like more free
like the
content.
market, the
Yeah.
market of it. Like games have to make money for them
Yeah.
to make more games. So, if it
And there's a way to combine people who are like intensely into the game by not making them pay, and also getting money from people who are like
plus
let's
streamers. I mean, would
Oh,
Fortnite
yeah.
be nearly as popular if it wasn't free to play and if streamers didn't just love the shit out of
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, for sure.
Probably not. But
Certain
such
hype,
is
though.
such is the market.
I was gonna ask you what's your favorite game
As of like right now.
as of right now.
As of right-
things change.
Oh God, that is.
Mine is Digimon Rumble Arena 2. That's
Oh yeah,
always been a-
favorite game
Oh, so
overall.
you,
then.
you just mean in general?
Yeah, in
Oh, that's
general.
no, that's me in general because I know it. I know that's my
Oh.
favorite game in general. But I know you play a lot of games. I don't
so
play it.
in
that
terms
much
of just
more.
like sheer numbers, Team Fortress 2
Ooh.
would be the answer that makes sense because
Yeah.
2,000 hours in that game, I clearly gotta enjoy
sure,
something
yeah,
about it. But have I played more engaging and enjoyable games? I
Yeah.
think so.
a game that you could go back and be like, I'll play this like 10 more times.
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of games I've gone back to and tried that, and it's just like, oh, you are better with rose tinted glasses. You are much better. Oblivion, I think, kind of you guys.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls
Yep,
4,
the Sky,
Oblivion.
it's Skyrim.
Yeah, there you go. It changed, in many ways what I expected from a game from that point. Like, it used to just be like everything kind of felt cheap or like repeating, and a game like Oblivion comes out and it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I can just do anything and go
Yeah.
anywhere. I can pick
yeah.
this item up off a table and swing it around.
Yeah.
Like that just wasn't technology you had seen before.
Yeah.
So Oblivion, I gotta go with Oblivion. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Oblivion.
What about you?
I think I think my favorite game is like any of the games in the Fallout series. But in
Any
particular,
of them? Because Fallout 1 and Fallout 4 are two very different games.
okay, you're true. That's true. So I guess I'll say Fallout 3. That's one of my favorite.
Not New Vegas.
New
Many
Vegas.
people say New Vegas is the superior.
New Vegas has a special place in my heart, but I think Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 has it's
Fallout 3 was
I played it every day. In,
You sound like you're about to cry. You're like,
that was the
that was my
first when my
favorite
parents
game.
bought me my computer. That was the game that they bought me with it. Yeah, it was pretty much wake up, go to school, come home, play Fallout for about 8 hours, or
Yeah.
how long I could stay up. If it was the weekend, it was even more. I mean, especially at those younger ages where like you didn't have, I haven't played 100 open world games before then.
Yeah.
Playing something like Fallout, you can get so immersed because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have nothing else to compare it to, and
Yeah.
you're just like,
wow.
what do I do? I can just do anything.
I love it, and I'd like replay the story like 10 times, like 100 times.
the
I've played it
different endings.
over. Well, the thing for me is like when I was a kid, like I've played the same route. I've done the same things every single gameplay, and which is weird. Like Fallout is a game where you make your choices and you get to get different routes. But like I chose the same routes. I always went with the Brotherhood. That's the same route every time.
Did you blow up Megaton, or did you?
I won gameplay. I blew up Megaton, but I still sided with the Brotherhood. Like I
Tenpenny
still
Tower was the what's the word? Was the superior? That's the word.
Yeah,
Was the
yeah.
superior house in that game?
Like you got the suite to
You
yourself.
got the whole penthouse.
But
you
if
got,
you saved Megaton, you get this like shack to the side.
you
It's
get
like,
a shack
whatever.
and a.
But I felt so bad if I did like blow up Megaton. I'm like, oh no.
I mean, you became like literally like from that point like just the most evil character.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you just immediately became
Like, I might as well
maximum
just kill everybody.
evil karma.
Let's go with it. All right, I guess Dad, we'll wrap things up.
Wrap things up.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you ever think that's why I like to tell our
Anything you want to
guests.
shout out?
Final
Yeah.
words.
Anything you want to plug in?
I wish I had thought of that earlier. No, not really.
Not for now. Okay.
Okay.
Not for
Anything
now.
You want to say to your future self? Because as we tell all our guests, this is on the internet, man. This is gonna be with you forever. So anything you want to tell yourself like 5 years from now? That maybe you want to look back
Dude,
one day. And
don't
like,
be so harsh on yourself, and maybe read some more. Read some more books. You got a book waiting for you at home. We went to Home Depot. Not Home Depot.
Home Depot. It's
We
an
went to
instruction
books there?
manual.
We went to Barnes and Noble. But yeah, read some more and be nice to yourself. Be good to yourself.
All right.
Awesome, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank
Thank
for
you
being
guys
here.
for having me. Absolutely.
Oh man, it was a hoot.
Yeah.
It was fun.
All
All
right.
right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Okay.
Bye bye.
Thank you, guys.